It's 2019, and with Twilight Fever in full effect, my question to you is, do you find yourself more on Team Vampire Guy or on Team Werewolf Guy? Whichever you chose, you are a contemptible fool. The correct answer is Team Pricolici Guy, the blood-sucking proto-werewolf from Romania that some people say becomes a vampire after death. What is a Pricolici? I'm glad you asked. The Pricolici is a malevolent mythical monster hailing from Romania. You know, Romania, the country that gave us Dracula, and that holds within its borders roughly 15% of all the wolves in Europe, making it the most wolf-ridden European nation. Now, given the insane amount of wolves, it makes perfect sense that a 15th century peasant would be living in constant existential fear of wolf attack, turning into a wolf, giving birth to a child fated to become himself a wolf, or, of course, of wolves trying to eat the moon. During the day, the Pricolici is just a regular old corpse, but at night it rises from the grave as either a large wolf or a giant dog. Not anthropomorphic in form like our current concept of a werewolf, but just as an oversized canine. Until, that is, it dies for a second time, and comes back as more of a strigoi. What's a strigoi? A strigoi is basically Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you want to know more about strigoi, read Bram Stoker's Dracula. There are two legends as to where the Pricolici comes from and what its purpose is. The first is when a particularly evil person dies and is reborn in the form of, as I said, either a large wolf or a giant dog. The sole purpose of the Pricolici is really just to be an asshole. And by be an asshole, I mean kill anyone it can find walking around at night and, try to drink their blood. So, don't walk around any Romanian forests at night, I guess. Oh, and none of that, but the moon is only in its quarter gibbous phase bullshit, because the Pricolici doesn't care. Stop getting your wolf-themed monster facts from young adult romance novels. But if you do ignore this warning and manage to survive, your best course of action is to exhume the body of the person that you believe to be the Pricolici. You'll know if you got the right one because they'll be laying face down in their coffin, and probably still have some of your blood on their face. Once you got the right guy, get back at them by drinking their blood. This should heal your wounds. If you don't, you won't turn into a Pricolici or anything, you'll just stay, maimed. The second legend of the Pricolici is a bit more fun. It starts when a mommy and daddy love each other very much, but they can't put that aside for 2 nights out of the year, and they spit in the face of God by conceiving a child either on Easter or Christmas Eve. That child is cursed to become a Pricolici. This iteration of the Pricolici is known to appear on Christmas, which is Jesus' birthday, Easter, which is Jesus' second birthday, the Pentecost, which is a holiday commemorating the descent of the Holy Ghost on Jesus' disciples, but this one's not as important because nobody really gets presents on this day, and on New Year's Day, which is honestly just an arbitrary day as far as a mythical wolf person is concerned. Now, because this Pricolici wasn't created just by being a regular asshole, but was instead cursed to exist because of a divine disrespect, this version has loftier goals, and a slightly more traditional werewolf motivation. That's right, this guy wants to eat the moon. Ever wonder what causes a lunar eclipse, or a blood moon, as someone cooler than myself might call it? You guessed it, when the moon turns red, what you're actually seeing is the Pricolici's shade doing its damnedest to consume the moon. Medieval Romanians believed that every time a wolf howled at the moon, what it was really trying to...
But, boy, I want me a piece of that moon!
What they are really trying to say is, wow, the moon looks delicious and I would like to eat it. If right now you're saying to yourself, oh shit, I don't want it to eat the moon, I need that for tides and whatnot, well, you're in luck. This is your chance to kill the Pricolici. You see, to attack the moon like this, it sends its spirit out through its mouth and up to the moon to, I guess digest it. But in doing this, the Pricolici is left defenseless, stuck in a death-like sleep with its soul outside its body. During this time, the Pricolici can be killed by the strongest and bravest among us. The hero must pick it up and put it down someplace else so that the spirit can't find its way back. And after some time, the body will wither away. So, the moral of the myth is, don't go wandering around any Romanian forests at night, especially on a holiday. And if you do, and you happen to stumble across a sleeping dog, just kind of pick it up and move it someplace else.